The following is a presentation of EA Sports NHL 14 and what could happen in today's featured game of the National Hockey League.
It is October 9th, and an all-Canadian matchup tonight on today's featured game of the National Hockey League on EA Sports NHL 14 pits the host Calgary Flames against the visiting Montreal Canadiens. Face-off between the two teams at center ice set to go. Camilleri, the former Montreal Canadien, loses the draw. PK Subban to Max Pacioretty, in over the line, is hit by the Calgary defenseman. Behind the net, Calgary gains possession. Yuri Hudler moves ahead for the Calgary Flames. Feeds the puck across, and David Jones couldn't handle that. Out of the corner, fed to the point. A shot through traffic deflects up into the air. In front of the net, stick to side. Hudler works it to the point for the Calgary Flames. Shot through traffic, just wide of the net. And over the goal. Subban to Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty plays it across on the right wing of David Desharnais. Desharnais finds a man open and takes a shot, though, off the blocker of Joey McDonald. Rene Bourque, a former Flame, who was brought over in the deal between these two teams for Camilleri. Weidman to Curtis Glencross. Glencross takes a shot, saved by Carey Price. And he'll hold for the faceoff. First whistle of the game, coming just over 7 minutes in. Calgary, in the simulated season, is 2-0-1 in the early going. Diaz, after the faceoff win by the Canadiens, plays ahead. Into the zone, looking for a man open. They find him, and the puck didn't get on goal. Horak, into the corner for Calgary. Trying to get it away from the Montreal forecheck, and does. Camilleri breaks out, sends on to the right wing. Barteshi. His shot stopped and stick to the corner. Horak gets to it first. Horak works it to the point. Played across, and a chance here for Calgary's defenseman. Didn't get through. Georges heads it out. Left side feed. Montreal breaks in, and they're hit hard. Brody behind the net. Stick to the head. Tomas Plechanik absorbs a big hit from Calgary. Stepniak can't get it. Georges at center backhands into the Calgary end. Joey McDonald sitting there directing traffic. Taking over for the long mainstay goaltender, Mika Kiprusoff, is McDonald. Shot on goal, stopped by Price. He plays it off to Markov. David Desharnais to Max Pacioretty, who breaks in. TJ Brody. Stajan. Glenn Cross. Looks ahead. Finds a man on the right wing. Calgary in. Shot on net. Save made. Rebound. Markov handles and plays it out. Stepniak got a stick on it, but it's on to Rene Bourque. In behind the net, Giordano. Played to Stepniak, and it's a break-in from the left side now for Calgary. Calgary in the corner takes a shot weakly on goal behind the net, and Price will trap it there to get the whistle. 1:10 to go here in the first period of play. Face off to the right of Carey Price. Camilleri looking to win the draw and get a chance off the offensive win, but cannot. Emlyn. Turnover here, Camilleri shoots! Save made by Carey Price. Camilleri would love to get one against his former team. Camilleri in front. Hudler a chance, sticked away by Price. Francois Bouillon moves it up for the Canadiens, plays it ahead, and time will expire for the first period, a quick moving period. No score between the Canadiens and the Flames. Shots favor the Calgary Flames 6-2 over the Montreal Canadiens as the second period is ready to begin. Camilleri loses the draw to Desharnais. PK Subban, last year's Norris Trophy winner. Rene Bourque spins one on net that's blockered aside by Joey McDonald. Calgary breaks out and through center into the zone, holding up. Absorbing a hit, playing to the defense. Now Giordano takes a shot, got through, saved by Price. Yuri Hudler. Hudler trying to move the puck along, cannot. Max Pacioretty now. Subban, long feed, ends up on the stick of the defense for the Flames. Jones into the zone. Holds, looks for a man. Jones takes a shot, save. Rebound, Camilleri can't get a shot on goal. Camilleri still trying to get that puck, but Subban broke it up. Ahead now, Montreal moves into the zone. Big hit delivered there. Still with the puck though. Montreal finally turns it over, and it is Hudler breaking out on the left wing. Yuri Hudler, across, tried to feed it to his winger, but could not. Diaz broke that up. Galenchuk. Gotta learn how to pronounce that name. Across now. Gionta. Behind the net, centered it in front, and it's broken up. Stay in. Matt Stajan. Pardon me. Into the zone, Calgary. Waiting for a man. Back to the point. Barteshi can't get a chance, and Montreal will break the other way. Travis Moen. Sending into the corner. Calgary regroups. Brody. Right side feed, and a breaking play now for Calgary as they're in. The feed. Barteshi. Save made by Carey Price. Best of the night for him. Butler from the point. Didn't take a shot. Brody does. He's stopped. Rebound. Barteshi can't get the possession. Eller. Lars Eller moving ahead. And across. It is over to the Montreal right winger who absorbs a big hit. Calgary again. It's Jackman through center. Into the zone. Shoots just wide of the net. Barteshi gathers the puck. Drops back to the pointman Brody. His shot through traffic is blocked all the way down the ice. Now behind the net of Joey McDonald, Calgary regroups. Right side feed, Jackman. Moving through center and into Montreal's end. Waiting for help. Plays it across, and Hudler couldn't get it away from White. Brandon Brust ahead to Dumont. Into the zone, but turns it over. Didn't even get a dump on. Here's Hudler. Working, spinning, shooting it. Blocked by Markov. Desharnais nearly turned it over, but broke it out. Into the zone, David Desharnais. His shot, blocker save made by Joey McDonald. Rebound chance, sticked aside. 2 seconds and 1, and the second period comes to a close just as the first. And just as the game began, a scoreless tie between the Canadiens and the Flames. Shots are 10-4 in favor of Calgary in this defensive struggle, which has produced no goals between either of these two Canadian teams. 20 minutes on the clock, center iceman at center, and the faceoff won by Montreal. Subban dumps into the corner. Giordano will get there first. Plays it behind his own net, but it deflects up to Yuri Hudler. Hudler ahead to Camilleri. Camilleri is in offside, but the puck never got in, so a whistle never blew. Big hit absorbed there, and Camilleri gets the puck ahead. Turns it over, Pacioretty turns it over to Hudler. Hudler into the zone, waits, takes a sharp angle shot, stop. Rebound, Camilleri, score! Camilleri, against his former team, gets the game's first goal, 3:34 into the third, 1-0 Flames. Yuri Hudler with a sharp angle shot, producing a big rebound, right dead in the slot, and pouncing on it first was Mike Camilleri, with Jones out in front of Carey Price, causing a bit of havoc. And the Flames finally break through and get the game's first goal. Diaz, after another Canadian face-off win, to Georges, who dumps into the corner. Brody will try and get there first, and does. Tied up, played around, and broken out of the zone are the Flames. Left side feed, it's open for a man. Shot on goal, saved by Price. He holds on to it and gets the whistle. 6 minutes into the third period, Montreal needs to start producing some offense to get this game tied up. Won again by the Canadiens. If there's one thing the Canadiens have done well tonight, it's win faceoffs. Calgary has been quite inept at that. All you have to do is just move that joystick. Giordano plays behind his own goal. Picked up by the Canadiens, and they try and get a cycle going. But the puck ends up all the way down the ice, and Calgary's in a foot race. Getting to it first, they do. Shoots, save made by Price. And he holds on. 10:21 to go in the third period of play. Face off to the left of Carey Price here. Flames win it. Butler through traffic, shoots, blocked. Stajan tried to get a shot away, could not. He was dead in the slot. Through center, the Canadiens break in, and a big hit again by Calgary. Brody now behind his own net. Plays to Curtis Glencross. Left side feed, and the Flames move into the zone. Calgary trying to get that second goal, which at this point would be quite the insurance marker. All the way back to the point and off the defenseman's stick. Could not hold it. Brody and chase. Canadiens get a good chance there off of that bad defensive play by Calgary. Georges at center. Around Stayan. Ahead to Diaz to Pacioretty, but he's in offside with 5:17 remaining in regulation. The hits favor Calgary 13-9. Not a very wide margin. Good physical play on both sides of the puck tonight. Subban, a lead pass onto the right wing. It is Gionta who absorbs a big hit there. Hudler to Camilleri. Back to Hudler. The puck didn't get to him though. Markov around the boards. Plechanik turns it over, but Gionta there to the rescue. Giordano sends the puck back into the Canadiens' side of the rink. Gionta is in over the line. Had the puck poked off his stick, but retains possession. Gionta spins around to the point. Markov a shot got through. Save. Rebound out in front. McDonald covered it up. And a penalty is being called for interference on Calgary. And with 58.1 to go in regulation, the Canadiens will get a man advantage at least. And if they pull their goaltender, it will be a two-man advantage. 5-on-4 power play for the Canadiens. Face-off to the left of McDonald. 1. Brody takes and clears. Carey Price will play it out to Georges. Canadiens are going to look to get Price out of the net. Big hit behind the net now. Montreal trying to tie this game. Shot blocked. Pacioretty blocked that. Pacioretty a shot. Save made by McDonald. In the corner. Centers. High shot. Deflected on goal. McDonald got it and lays down to get the puck frozen and a face-off. Big save by Joey McDonald. 31.9 seconds to go. 14-8. The shots on goal. Face-off won by Calgary and cleared to center. Markov waits, moves into the zone. Markov had the puck poked off his stick but gets possession back. Markov out of the corner. Eller. Point pass. Offside. Montreal bobbled the puck at the line and couldn't hold the line. 18.1 to go. 6 men on for the Canadiens. 4 for Calgary. Face-off won by the Flames. Cleared down the ice. Montreal, Subban. Time ticking off the clock. Gionta, 10 seconds to go. Pacioretty. Circles. Tomas Plechanik with a man open in front. Circles, waits, sends across. Shot save made by Joey McDonald and cleared. And the Flames outlast the Montreal Canadiens, winning it by a score of 1-0 in a defensive struggle between two Canadian teams. I'm Eric Munter. Join me tomorrow for the next featured game.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the National Hockey League on EA Sports NHL 14. Catch all new simulations of featured games on youtube.com/Eric Munter.